Alrighty, folks. What is up? Helps if I put my microphone down. This is One Big Bug, and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And we're continuing trying to rebuild a company. I've got enough to upgrade my garage finally, but if I do that, it's only going to leave me with 2,000, about 3,000 euros left, and that's not enough. And that really, like if I need diesel, and I probably will soon, that's just not enough money for it. So I got to, I'm gonna do something about that. I got to earn more money. Fortunately, we were able to put in our first level up point uh, a little while back into our distance driving, so that we can start taking longer trips, and longer trips means more money. Number two, and there's something I'm going to mention. Jazzy Cat has put out another trailer expansion, although supposedly this one has a few little issues. Um, he'll probably update it soon, knowing Jazzy Cat. Well, of course. My dog probably barking at a cat. Um, Supposedly, like, it floods the traffic too much. So I just went into the, provided this works, I went in and I deleted anything that said, trailer, traffic. Um, I went in and got rid of that. And some people said it generates way less jobs. Well, not all trailers are supposed to generate constantly. Some of them are supposed to be rare generations. And considering this is called the railway pack, and it generates train cars and trains, you're probably not going to see them too often. They're supposed to probably be rare jobs. So we're going to see what happens. Although you won't see that right now, because I only just activated the mod, and you don't see new trailers until after you rest. So that's what we're looking at. So anyways, let's take a look at our job market and see where we're at. We did not level up on our last run, which is a shame. And I remember, it's been a couple days. I remember I'd like to do these two, but 48 tons and 35 tons. That's a lot of weight for my truck versus 15 tons. And this will take us down into the beginning part of Africa, which could prove interesting, could prove disastrous. Because see, this is, what, 7:30? So if we just eliminate this last part and say 8.82 to 7.7, that's $500 difference. And this is $600 difference. 500. This is only 360 kilometers. To be honest, I could probably pull that off. The only thing is I'm going to have to be really careful on corners. I think we're going to try and take the 48 ton. I don't see a reason not to run the heavy load. I really don't. So yeah. Turn my sound up a little so I can hear. Yeah, I do know that we have the thing behind us now. I do remember that. Our lights on. A lot of people are really digging this skin. I am too. I may end up keeping it when I do upgrade to the XL chassis, or the XL cab rather, just because a lot of people really seem to like it. And I'm actually a little concerned if I go to upgrade the chassis on the truck that I'm going to lose the side skirts most likely, and I don't know. I just don't know how it's going to go. I mean, I know I'm going to lose the side skirts. Oh, the exhaust, too. Most multi-axle chassis don't have side exhaust, which is kind of silly because you can do it on a real truck. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Alright, here we are. I I really hate that trailer just because I see it so much sometimes. Let's get into gear. Now this is going to be a really interesting run. It's a short run, but it's going to take a while because doubtful I'm going to get up to any respectable speed. I don't know why the mirror on this side. See, the mirror on my right's like really grainy, but my floating mirror is like perfect. That's not something I have set in the options, is it? I don't think I can. Is it in under graphics? Yeah. Reflection detail. Mirror quality. Oh, my mirror quality is high. It has to be something possibly on the skin. Or maybe in a mod I have or something. Maybe I just never realized it before. I don't know. So no, the truck does not naturally start this slow. I'm taking this corner this slow. Might as well get that one beacon in the back running. This is not going to be a fun corner out. You're just going to have to wait, dude. Sorry. Now see, the reality is a real other truck driver would have never, and I mean never, have gotten that close while another truck pulled out with a trailer. That just would have never happened. So, one of the main reasons I'm willing to take this run, there's two main reasons I'm willing to take this run on a truck that really not geared for it. And one of the main reasons I'm willing to do it is because it's only 360 kilometers, so that's not that far. One of the second main reasons I'm willing to do it is I just completely lost my train of thought, so I don't know. Oh, it's not a rush delivery. Duh. I don't believe sometimes how much I lose my train of thought. Even after that wide turn, we still managed to for a minute there I thought we were going to continue gaining speed on the hill. Yeah, but we still managed to hook the sidewalk. But yeah, this isn't a just-in-time delivery. This is not a a press time delivery. So we should be able to make this run without too much trouble. Excuse me, swallowed wrong there for whatever. Well, and we have a 14 gear transmission, so that actually helps, despite only having a 400 horsepower. Or do we have 420? I think we have 420. Despite the fact we only have a 420 horsepower engine, we have a 14-speed transmission, which sorry, I still haven't quite gotten over the swallowing wrong. It's like stuck in my throat. Get your mind out of the gutter. God damn it. You guys, I tell you. I forgot to look at the truck. Well, I'll look at the truck when I park it. Oof. It actually took a little more effort to stop. Just even at that slow speed. Now, for anyone who's wondering, because in reality, when coming to a toll booth, trucks always go all the way to the right. So why didn't I do that? Well, the answer's simple. I've explained this, I think, one time before, but that was a long time back, so I'll explain it again. I was in a situation where I was at heavy traffic at a toll booth, and I went all the way to the right, like a good truck driver is supposed to. Well, what ended up happening is there were so many cars lining up at several other points, and you know how it goes. The furthest left row goes first, then the next, then the next, then the next. Well, the way the AI was set up, for 10 minutes, 10 minutes, I didn't move. And I was stuck like about just behind the car that was, getting ready to pay its toll, but wasn't close enough to pay its toll because there was a truck in front of it. So I was like just stuck where I couldn't just turn and try and drive into another booth. So not wanting to reload the game, just because there was just so much traffic, I actually backed up very, very slowly. And sometimes, if you do it slowly enough, you don't get hit with the collision. If you can bump something softly enough, you don't get hit with the collision fine. So I backed up very, very slowly and pushed several cars backwards, and then sharp cut my turn and went into the toll booth. I think I managed to go 2 toll booths over without jacking the trailer into the side of the toll booth entrance. And in that row, I was able to get through far enough to where I could go around the car in front of me and then continue on. And I don't think I need to tell you guys, a 10-minute delay in this game, that equals like a couple of hours. So fortunately, it didn't turn out to be a big deal, but we just weren't going to move. It was one of those, I've never stuck around long enough to see if they're not, I call them endless traffic loops. It's where the game continuously spawns traffic. Just endlessly spawns traffic at just enough of an interval, because the AI is not like in reality where if there's enough room to go, you go. No. If there's a car like visibly coming, even if it's like a mile back, the AI won't go. It'll just sit there and wait. So it spawns traffic at such tight intervals that the cars in front of you just don't move. And they don't move, and they don't move, and they don't move. So that wasn't fun. Has some people putting out some truck mods lately. I've been looking into them, but none of them are truly impressive. A lot of people have downloaded them, and they say they kind of talk about them, and like this one guy put out a truck mod. Oh, this truck replaces Volvo. Yeah, it replaced all Volvos. It didn't just replace one Volvo. It replaced every Volvo. You went to the store and there was just nothing but that one truck. It's ridiculous. Another guy, he's been trying really hard to put out this tandem setup. The box truck with the box trailer. Been trying really hard to get his truck out working right, but every time he does, man, there's like things wrong with the trailer or the dynamics of the truck or something. He's like put out 4 versions. And it's things like that that actually bother me when it comes to people who try the mods, because people download it and try it and then they like bitch the person out. Oh, this mod sucks. You hook the trailer up to it, the truck jumps around and you can't control it, the trailer's off, and it's like, really? This is the 4th version the guy's put out trying to fix this. You're not giving him any handy information. You're not giving him a log where the log tells you what's wrong. A lot of people say, well, don't you try it? Yeah, they probably do, and maybe it worked for them, and maybe you hit a bug that, they didn't. You just can't rip them out for it, you know? So, yeah, they bitch them out, and then, of course, you know, they get, like, jaded and upset, and they don't want to, you know, work on the mod anymore. I think it's a really good mod with a lot of potential, but, you know, he's got to smooth out that trailer problem. You know, and even if he didn't test it, give him credit for taking feedback and trying to fix it, you know? Give him feedback, you know, give him feedback and let him work on it, because he obviously is. Don't just sit there and, oh, this mod is so terrible because, and this, and you suck, and it's like, you know what? Get the hell off our game. You know, if that's just the way you're going to be because a mod has some bugs, and you're not willing to go and look back and see if the guy is, like, been working on it and updating it and trying to fix it, get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of our game, because that's not what Euro Truck's about. Okay? This isn't Call of Duty. This isn't Battlefield. This isn't League. You know, get the hell off the game. I've run into plenty of poor mods, and I went and I gave feedback. You know, and I'd take screenshots to show, hey, you know, this is what I'm running into, and this is the best way I can describe it, but in case the description doesn't help, you know, here's some screenshots showing you what's wrong. You know, and the biggest thing I think a lot of mods running into right now, you know, the biggest problem is a lot of mods are still being done in the old format. I'm not 100% sure what that means myself, so, you know. Hello, bus. Alright, you're gonna be ahead. Ooh, listen to that. Listen to that engine. That's Scania right there. That sounds exactly like a video I was watching earlier. Oh, that is sweet. I never actually listened to it on the outside. Oh, that is sweet. Oh, I could listen to this all day. That's music. That's music. The guy that made this V8 mod is... Whew, that's good. Ugh. Why can't I have that sound in here? Yeah, but that sounds exactly like a Scania vid I was watching earlier. Two of them, actually. One of them I've seen before, and I went back and rewatched it. As three Scanias. One was a 143, and then there were a couple others. There's three different Scanias doing heavy haul of big windmill cylinder parts. And listening to those big V8s run, and another one was a Scania. I forget what. I think it was an R730. It might have been an R730, hauling 80 tons, an 80-ton. I don't know if it was a shredder or some kind of it was some kind of wrecking machine, a crusher or something. And it was hauling it uphill. Big 80 tons uphill. It was like, it might have been making like, if it was making like 2 kilometers an hour, that would have been amazing. But man, the sound was freaking awesome, and it sounds a lot like you just heard right outside there. So if you're a Scania fan, man, that's what it sounds like. You know, I'm interested in something when I'm listening outside the truck, yeah, and I'm driving, and I don't immediately go back into the truck even though there's curves, because I wreck more often than not doing that. You know, I will wreck my truck more often than not by driving outside. So, this run, not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's been a lot easier than I thought it would. I haven't had to run, I haven't run into any really big curves. This curve could prove to be an issue if I'm not careful. No, we'll be all right. I haven't run into any super big curves or corners. No big traffic issues. So, and we're 360, so about what? 50's 300, and then we need an extra 60 is 30, so 180. Yeah, 180. Hello, do your math. Basic math, dude. Just remove the zero. Got the same thing. So 180 was the halfway point. So a little more than halfway done with the trip. All right, I got to start being careful because now I am up to a respectable speed. And, you know, that's great for making time, but like this upcoming right-hand corner here, you know, I'm actually going to gear down. Because this upcoming corner, you know, as gentle as it is, I've had my share of flipping already with a truck hauling a load that it's really not prepared to. Yes, that's something else I've done. I am back into Warcraft. I don't know if I mentioned that before in this series. I am back into Warcraft, and I'm a little... let's be real careful here. I'm a little concerned. You know, I have my 85 Paladin, and I transferred over to the server that my nephew's on. And unfortunately, making me very depressed in all due honesty, I had to switch over to Alliance. The server I'm on is very Alliance heavy, which is depressing. I've been Horde for a very long time, and my Tauren Paladin has been my mainstay, and I've been out for a while. I left well before Deathwing Raid came out, and so before Mist of Pandaria. And so much has changed in the game. I went to, oh, you have points that you can play. So it's like, oh, I got to go redistribute my points for my Paladin. I went and looked at the points tree. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I find myself in that awkward position of being 40 years old and having to ask my nephew, when he comes back, he's not here right now, to help explain to me you know, the point system, because I don't want to make a really bad tank paladin, which is usually what my main is. I also have a wizard, 85 goblin wizard, who's obviously going to be a gnome. And I have, what's the other one? Warrior. I have an orc warrior who, well, it's not going to be an orc warrior anymore. I don't know what I'm going to make my warrior. Probably, if I had to guess, Worgen. Because there's only 2 classes on the Alliance side, or 2 races. Pardon me, I did not mean that. There's only 3 races on the Alliance side, and one of them's not actually, you know, strictly Alliance. There's 3 races on the Alliance side that I truly like. Number 1 is Gnome. No, it's not the number 1, but 1 is Gnome. 1 is Worgen. And 1 is, the final one is Pandarian. And like I said, Pandarian's not strictly, it's not strictly Alliance. You know, it's not Horde, it's not Alliance. You know, it's neutral, and you can choose at the end. I wonder what made them go with Pandarians, really. Pandas, of all things. You know, of all things. I always held out hope, if I'm to be honest with you. I always held out hope that Blizzard would make ogres a playable race. You know, that's what I always hoped. That, yeah, this corner bothers me. I always hoped that ogres would have been a playable race. Because even though you fight against a lot of ogres, ogres are being used for different factions as well as themselves on the horde side. So I don't see why ogres couldn't have been a playable race. You know, if you decide to be, you know, you can be a two-headed ogre, mage or warlock, or, you know, ogre warrior and stuff. And I think it would have been really awesome if they had made ogres playable. I always wanted ogres to be playable, but no, we got goblins, which was okay. Goblins definitely have, as far as I'm concerned, the most unique starting zone in the game. You know, by far, goblins have the most unique starting zone in the game. Oops. I think I can get around these guys. So, careful. I know I'm not up to a lot of speed, but I don't know how much or how little it'll take to actually get this thing to roll. So I gotta be careful even at lower speeds on these corners. Yeah. Like I said, goblins have the most unique starting zone. Probably the most fun. And some of the stuff that you can do. I really enjoy the goblin zone when I started my goblin mage. You know, I thought I had a war. I was like, man, you know I've got a hunter and a warlock, and they're both 80, and I don't know where they are. What the hell? I thought they were on my account. Well, come to find out, they are there. They're on a different account. They're on my original account. So I may end up going to fetch them. I may end up going to fetch them. I'm not 100% sure. It's $25 per transfer to transfer them from my old account to my new one. But I may end up going to fetch them anyways. You know, I'm not sure. Real careful here. And yes, I do want to bring you me getting back into WoW, at least maybe a little bit. But I kind of have this issue right now, and I don't know what's causing it. My game is like, my graphics driver has crashed several times while playing. It like does it at the very beginning, and it'll be fine. And then at certain intervals or certain events have happened, and it's crashed again, and I find it really annoying. There's no reason for it to do that. I don't have that issue on any other game, and while being as old as it is, despite all the things in it, there are still some very, much more graphically intense games. Even this one, even being one of them, that I play. So I'm not 100% sure what's causing it. The only time I had something like kind of similar happen was in Far Cry 3. I could not play Far Cry 3 on DirectX 11. Oof. I think I hooked the trailer. Easy, easy. You know I like to look outside when I do this. Look at that power. God, they got enough of these? There we go. I don't need fuel yet, but I'll need it on the next run. Unfortunately, the light's going to change on us. Oh, too late. Oh well. I forgot to do that. It's okay. I don't think I could really want to get out of the truck here, because I have a feeling, yeah, I'm going to roll backwards. This is going to be an interesting start, because I'm on the hill. Oh, she was able to do it okay. No, don't turn that soon, dude. Does that sound awesome or what? Unfortunately, it doesn't have the down sound. It doesn't have the down sound, which is a bit of a shame. This shouldn't be too difficult of a back in. He says, I think as I clip the trailer. I think I clipped the trailer, but we're alright. Gotta be careful. I don't want to end up... what am I doing? I'm adding to the turn depth, which is not what I want to do. I actually want to just push the trailer at this point at that angle and then swing it very slowly. Yep. We're close. We still don't have the angle though. At least I don't think we do. Yeah, we gotta start getting that angle in there. Oh, no, a little too far. Put forward just a little bit. Turn hard to get the truck to straighten out, and I think it'll give it to us. I think. There we go. Whew, not bad, not bad. Pretty easy run, all things considered. I'm glad I took that. That was quite a bit of money. And we get another level up, so we can add to our distance running. And it looks like we're gonna have 10,000 left. But we gotta see what upgrades we got. We got to level 7, so right. I wanted to zoom in. Really, the garage is way the fuck over there, huh? It's not just a garage; it's a dealership. So that's actually pretty cool. So I think we want to go... Yeah, I see you. But because you're there means I should be able to get out safely. Car is starting to piss me off, in case you didn't know already. We're over a rail station. Nice. It's actually not as easy as you'd think driving outside. You don't get a feeling for the corners as much. Scania dealership, because that's exactly what I needed to find. Yeah. All right, service the truck, even though it doesn't actually need it all that much. Now, the easiest way to find out what's new, to be honest, let's get back in the truck. It's just to go here and click on new upgrades. So, no new low grill, new door handles, nothing major. So we just want to. You know, this is not the smartest move in the world, but I'm gonna drop the 360,000 on upgrading the garage. I've got enough money for fuel for the next run. 10,000 should be enough. And eventually we need to upgrade this garage anyways. This is probably a little earlier than I should, but we didn't do any upgrades on this particular run. Oops. Oh, it seems like my lights are off. Maybe it's just me. Alright. Shut her down. Get some rest, and we'll see what we're hauling for the next episode. Alright. Freight market for where we're at, which is Milano. Oh, this showed up again. That doesn't look pretty, does it? I doubt that's a climb, but anything's possible. And at 10,000... At 10,000... It's probably... Well, this one's 10,000 as well, but it's $12.43 per kilometer versus $18, you know. So that's why I always do price per distance versus actual, you know, overall price. Because it's like, hey, this job's going to pay me $12,000 and this job only pays $10,000. Yeah, well, the $12,000 job is paying you $18 per kilometer, but maybe the $10,000 job is paying you $25 per kilometer. It's actually more profitable per kilometer, and when you're thinking about fuel, that makes sense. It's actually more profitable to take the $10,000 run than it is the $12,000 run, because you're getting more money per kilometer, so you're getting more value per the fuel that you put out. So we'll be taking the segments on the next run. I just wonder if, like, any of the train stuff spawn. And I'm going to assume it'd be by cargo weight. They might not have. Like I said, they're probably rare jobs. I don't think any of them spawn. I don't know if I should move the mod or not. If I should rename it with some Z's or not. I just might, to be honest. I would say being down in the 17-ton range, that they probably didn't spawn any. Yeah, I would say that none of them spawned. Or maybe this one does count even though we've been getting it. I am not sure. But anyways, that is going to be me done for this episode, folks. This run episode. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bugger signing out. And I'll see you on the road.